Hi student, I hope you already understood by seeing the thumbnail that this presentations is for computer application student for ICC board. Iteration using loop. It's a chapter in class 9 and here I am going to explain you iteration using for loop. But before that, we have to know the meaning of the term iteration. Iteration means repetition. Sometime programmer need to repeat a block of program for a given number of time. And how to do it is using three different statements, either using for loop, while loop or do while loop. But this presentation is all about for loop. So without wasting time, let us see or learn what is iteration and how to apply it in a Java program. Iteration means, just now I said, iteration means repetition. The iteration statement allow a set of instruction to be performed repeatedly until a certain condition is fulfilled. Means that condition is to terminate the block or stop the iteration. So there must be a code to stop the iteration. Iteration statement are of the following kind: for loop, while loop or do while loop. Now let me give it an example. Parts of for loop is actually the syntax. Elements that control the loop is also known as parts of the loop. It controls and governs the execution of for loop. General form of syntax of the for loops is: for the first portion you see, this is the most important, called initialization, means from where it will start. Say for example, if I want to display numbers from 1 to 10. So first of all, we required a variable which is called loop control variable, and from where it should start, or the first value of loop control variable. Say for example, if that loop control variable is int I, that means I call it I. That means our I is our loop control variable, and I'm going to start here as I equals to 1. So I want to display 10 numbers starting from 1. So this is the initialization part. Now condition means if the condition is true, we will enter the loop. If the condition is false, we will come out or terminate the loop. Since as for this example that I have given, I want to display numbers from 1 to 10. So this value should be I less than equal to 10. So if the value of I is either less or equal to 10, we will continue. That means control will enter the body of the loop. And this one is called the step value, means we have to increase the value of loop or decrease the value of our loop control variable. Now in this situation, I have to increase the value of the loop control variable so that we can reach to the end. How to increase it? I plus plus. Now I hope you understand a little bit how to use the loop control variable. Then I will show you with some example. Omitting expression. First of all, let me give the example. To display 10 numbers from 1 to 10. I want to display 10 numbers from 1 to 10. Just the example I have given. So there should be a loop control variable. I declared the variable as I, which is int type. Then this is of normal form of the for loop. The first block, this is the initialization block. Second block, this is the condition to check whether to enter the loop or come out of the loop, or whether to enter the body of the loop or not. And this one, I plus plus, means step value, or here it is incrementing the value of loop control variable. Now how it looks like, we are printing the value. Now let me explain you. Suppose the value of I is 1, then it will come to this part. This is step number 1, first step. So it will come inside this condition part. It will check the condition. Is the value of I is less than or equal to 10? Our value of I at this moment is 1, because just now we have started. So it is 1. So 1 is less than 10. Obviously it is true. So the control will go inside and it will print the value of I. So what value of will be printed? 1. Then after printing, if I call it step number 2, Then after printing, it will come to this particular block or the updation block, or you can say step value block. I call it step number 3. So control will come here. Value of I will increase. Previously it was 1. So I plus plus means 1 plus 1, it will become 2. Now it will come to the condition block, condition to check whether to continue or not to continue. I call it step number 4. Now it will check it's a condition. Now the value of I is exactly 2, which is less than 10. So condition is true. It will go inside. That means it will print the value of I. Now what it will print? It will print 2. Then again it will go up to the step value portion. Again the value will increase. 2 plus 1 to 3. Then again it will come here. 3 is less than 10. Yes, it will go and 3 will be printed. So in this way, we will print all 10 value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this way, it will proceed and print all the values. Now, can I omit any expression? Omitting expression is written on the top. Omit any expression means, can I omit initialization portion? Can I omit updation portion or step value, or even can I omit the condition portion? For loop is very flexible. I can design it according to our requirement. So let's check how to omit the expression. This is the second way. Again, we are initializing the value. int I am declaring I as well as initializing it here. In the previous technique, you have not seen that. In the previous technique, you have seen int I only. Now here I am writing the initial value of I, which is 1. Then we are giving the for loop. See the portion very carefully. The first block or the initial block portion is empty. So what will happen? Control will come here, but nothing is there. So automatically it will go to the condition part and check the condition, correct? So there is no problem if it is omitted, but we have to give the semicolon. So it will go to the next part and check the condition. And if the condition is true, obviously in our example, value of I is 1. So the condition is true. So it will go inside the loop. And if it goes inside the loop, I am writing system.out.println I means I am displaying the value of I. So 1 will be displayed. Again, it will come back to the step value portion. From step value, the condition value of loop control variable will increase. I plus plus means it will become 2. Then again it will check. Again it will check the condition. Condition says that 2 is less than 10 is true. It will go inside and print 2. So same result you will get. That means all numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. But syntax had not changed. Only the position of initialization has changed. All three part of the loop, all three portion of the loop should present initialization, condition and step value. Instead of writing initialization inside the bracket, I am doing it before that. Now, this is the third way how to do it. Initialization as well as declaration at the very beginning. For loop is given. Now look at this. Initialization portion is not there. Even the step value portion is not there. But still it will give us the same result. How to do it? Braces given this time because we have two statements. Previously no need for braces because we have one statement. Now we have two statements. So you check it again. Again I am showing you. This will come here at the initialization. Nothing is there. So it will go to the condition part. 1 is less than 10. Yes, it is true. It will go inside and print the value as 1. Then it will come here and plus plus I plus plus means 1 plus 1, it will become 2. So again it will come to this portion, but still nothing is there. We have already incremented the value. So it will jump to the condition block. It will check the condition. I less than equals to 10. Yes, 1 become 2. 2 is less than 10. So it will go inside once again. 2 will be printed. After printing 2, value of I will increase to 3. 2 plus 1 become 3. Again this block nothing is there. Again go to the condition, check the condition and go inside. So again you will get the same result. So only thing I am making the loop look different, but again you see the all three part initialization, condition and step value are present. The fourth one, I want to delete the condition part also. Nothing is there. Only the semicolon is there. If you think the syntax has changed, no, syntax has not changed. Semicolon you have to give. now I have to put all these three, all those two blocks. That means condition as well as increment inside the body of the loop. This is the body of the loop. You can see if I greater than 10, our target is to display 10 numbers. Now once it become 11, obviously it will terminate the loop. That's why the condition is if I greater than 10, means if I is 10, it will come out. The break statement will take the control or terminate the loop. The control will come out, and otherwise it will display the value of I. Then we are increasing. Three important part. Here is the initialization, here is the condition, here is the step value. Only thing, they are scattered in three different places. Let me explain it again. We are starting with the value as 1. We will go inside the loop. Nothing is there. We will jump to the condition block. Even nothing is there means it is always true. Means it is like an infinite loop. Though it is not infinite loop, we have adopted all precaution to come out. Now it will go inside 10. 1 is greater than 10. No, 1 is not greater than 10. So it will come to the printing part. So it will print the result 1. Print the result 1. Then it will increase the value of I plus plus, which is the step value portion, and after increment it will again come to that empty block of step value. Nothing is there. Again it will go to the condition part. Condition part also nothing is there, so it is empty, means it is true. It will go inside. Value of I is 2 at present. 2 is not greater than 10, so again it will come to print section. That means output section. System.out.println I means 2 will be printed. I plus plus, value of I will increase by 1. 2 plus 1 to 3. Again it will go to the step value portion. So this thing will rotate exactly same as the previous example I have given, but it will give you the same result. Now why I am showing you in different way? Because we can express for loop in different way, and it is slow, flexible. We can adjust it according to our requirement. Now just like I said, I can delete expression. We can also add expression, which is called adding expression. Now how to do it? I'm giving one example. Now instead of one variable, I'm going to work with two variables, I and j. Now one of them will act as a loop control variable and another variable is present there. Now look at this. Even I have colored it. Let me explain you slowly. I equals to 1, then a comma is given, then j equals to 2. So this is the initialization portion. Both the variable I and j initialized, I by 1, j by 2. But see the condition portion where I is used. So I can say LCV or loop control variable is I only, not j, because I am checking the condition with I less than 5. Now here my plan is to display 5 number in a different way. So I less than equal to 5. Yes, 1 is less than 5. So we will go inside. Now what will happen if we go inside? Let's check. Let me clear it up. Yes, let's check. Now if the condition is true, obviously in the first case condition is true. So I will be print I equals to I. That means I'm going to print the value of I. That means 1 will be printed. And here what we will print? Here I will print 2 because the value of j is exactly 2. Right now after that both of them will come here, both of them. That means value of I will increase by 1 and value of j will increase by 2, because it is written j plus equals to 2. So value of j will increase by 2. So again it will come to check the condition in follow. Let us see how it is working. So first instant, the first output is 1 and 2. Just now I say it will go up again. I will become 2 and 2 will become 4 because it is increasing. So I is 2, 2 is less than 5. So no problem, go inside and print the result. So I equals to 2, j equals to 4, it will print it. Again it will go up to the step value portion. I will increase to 3 and 4 plus 2, it will become 6. But checking is going on with I. Please see that checking is going with I because I is the loop control variable. Control is there with I only. I is less than 5. Yes, 3 is obviously less than 5. That's why it go inside and print the value of 3 and 6. Now after printing 3 and 6, again control will return back to the condition step value portion where the value of I will increase by 1 and value of j will increase by 2. So they increase and become 4 and 8. 4 and 8 will be printed, right? Again it will go up and it will increase again. It will become 5. So till the value of I is 5, it will repeat. So this will be the output. Now if you ask me why backslash tj is given, backslash t, it is escape sequence. We give backslash t to give a horizontal gap of half inch, more or less. I try to maintain this gap. This gap you can see between two variable, between the values of two variable, is due to backslash t. So this example will help us to understand how we can increase the number of variable, which is called adding expression. In previous example, I show you how we can reduce the expression, and still the syntax is same. Here also initialization, condition and step value, both are there. Now without program, how we can understand, right? Without program we cannot understand. Let me give some easy program, simple program, so that we can understand the logic, because we are in the initial stage of learning. Write a program to accept a number and display all its factors. You know what are the factors? If a number can divide it and the remainder is 0, we call it factors. Say for example, factors of 4. So we have to divide 4 by 1, we have to divide 4 by 2, then we have to divide 4 by 3, then we have to divide 4 by 4. If I can divide 4 by 1, means after dividing 4, if the remainder is 0, then we can call 1 is a factor of 4. Obviously, after dividing 4 by 1, remainder is 0. So this is a factor. After dividing 4 by 2, after dividing 4 by 2, remainder is 0. So 2 is a factor. But after dividing 4 by 3, we are not getting 0 as a remainder. So 3 is not a factor. So after dividing 4 by 4, again the remainder is 0. Right? So 4 is a factor. You know this. This is a pure mathematics, nothing else, nothing to do with the computer as such. So let us see a program. I have a link here for the program. Let me click on the link. Yes, Java screen open, display factors, program already done. Just let us see how it is working. First line, import java.util.asterisk. This is to import util package. Why we require that? Because inside util package, we have scanner class, and we need to use some important function of scanner class to accept data from the user. That's why this package is very important. Next come class name, factors. Factors is the class name, system.out. Then public static void main, after scanner class is given. Scanner object is created, SC. Then this is the syntax to create scanner object. You know that now we declared only two variable, A and I. A is the variable where we will store the value that user will enter, and I is our loop control variable. Now this is the message displayed, system.out.println, enter a number. So this message will be displayed on the screen. Otherwise, how an user can understand? A equals to sc.nextInt. We are accepting the data from the user. For I equals to 1, I less than equals to a I plus plus. I hope you understand. Just now I have given an example. If it is 4, then we have to start the loop from 1 and continue up to 4. Where the 4 is stored? It is stored in the variable A, as according to our example. So we have to run a loop from 1 to that particular number. Now let us divide the number. Numerator A, denominator I, A mod I. Mod means to check the remainder, to calculate the remainder. So if the remainder is 0, that means A mod I will give us the remainder. If the remainder is 0, if statement is given there. So if the remainder is 0, definitely I is a factor. So we are displaying I. Factors I is being displayed. We will go up again. Step value will increase. That means after this we will go up again. Here step value will increase, and then again we'll check condition. In this way we will proceed, right? In this way we will proceed, and once we come out, we will check that display all those factors. Once we come out, we will display all those factors. Now this is the program all about. We are taking the number, running a loop from 1 to that number, dividing the number by I, checking the remainder is 0 or not. If the remainder is 0, we are displaying I, because I is the denominator and it is the factor. So our job is to run the program and see whether it is working or not. Let us run it once. So here I have given, so 4, I want to display all the factors of 4, 1, 2, 4. These are the factors of 4. Let me give another number. Let me give some big number. Let me give you 12. 12. What are the factors of 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. These are the factors of 12. If you want to display horizontally, just you can do it by changing println to print. I hope you understand this program. Now let us go back to the presentation screen. Now here is this program you have seen right now. Now we are proceeding to the second program. What is the question? Write down the question. You can see the question here. Write a program to accept a number. Check the number is prime or not. Who is a prime number? You know, I hope you what is a prime number or the definition of prime number. Let me give an example of prime number. 5 is an example of prime number. Why? Because it has exactly two factors. So number 5 is divisible by 1 and itself. So if a number is divisible by 1 and itself, then we call the number as prime number. So if the number is 5, then definitely it is prime number, and the reason you can see it on the screen. It has exactly two factors, right? So without wasting time, let me check a program relating to this. Okay, now prime number we have to check. Now here is the program ready for you, prime number. So we import java.util as usual, class name declared as prime, public static void main to create main method. You know, a class should have at least one method. Our method name is main. Scanner object is created. Now we are declaring variable a for to accept the number and store it here. C is the counter of factor. That's why I have to initialize it as 0. I, the loop control variable. So we are accepting the number by giving a message, enter a number, not numbers, enter a number. Now after accepting the number, we are writing the for loop starting from 1 up to a. I equals to 1, I less than equals to a, I plus plus. We are dividing a by I. And if it is divisible, that means after dividing a by I, if the remainder is 0, then we are counting C++, counting factors. So this process will continue till we reach up to a. That means we are counting all the factors of the number a. Now after coming out of the loop, we are checking is the factor is exactly equal to 2. Is the factor is exactly equal to 2? If it is so, then it is a prime number. So if this condition is true, in the true block we are displaying this message, system.out.println prime number, else system.out.println not a prime number. I repeat once again, we are accepting the number here a. We are using a for loop from 1 to that number, because we have to check it by dividing it by all numbers from 1 to that particular number. So we are dividing a mod I, checking the remainder. If the remainder is 0, we are counting the factor. Coming out of the for loop, checking whether the value of C is exactly 2 or not. If it is so, then we are displaying the number is prime, otherwise not prime. So not prime can also be composite, but you know there is a number which is neither prime nor composite. Find out and write me in the comment. Okay, let me write give a number. So our example, target example 5, they showed it is a prime number. Let me start try it with a non-prime number. So it is 12, or 12 is a composite number. That's why it is a not prime. I hope you understand. So let me go back to the presentation once again. In the presentation, we have one more program as example. So this is our last program for this presentation, example program, but you have to do plenty of program. This program will give you some idea how the for loop is working. Write a program to accept a number and check the number is perfect number or not. Now, who is a perfect number? First example that comes to my mind is 6. Why? Because perfect number means sum of all factors of the number except that number is equal to that number. Sum of all factors of that number. Okay, if the number is 6, its factor is 1. Okay, add it, plus 2. We are adding all the factors. Next, 3 is also the factor of 6, because if we divide 6 by 3, remainder is 0. As well as 6 is also factor of 6, but we will not consider that. So equal to the sum of all its factor except of itself. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, we are getting 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3, we are getting 6. That means we are getting the original number if we add all the factors except 6. Correct? So this is now without wasting time, let us start a program. So let me go back to the Java screen once again. Let me check perfect number. This is perfect number. So import java.util, that means we are again including the util package so that we can use the function belong to scanner class, because scanner class is a part of util package. Our class name is perfect number. We are declaring main method. We need at least one method. We are declaring main method, and here we are creating sc object of the scanner class, because via this object we have to call those functions. Now these are the variable I have declared. A, the number I will store here. S is to store the sum of factor. I is loop control variable. Okay, we are displaying the message, enter the number. Sorry, again, not number, it is number. Enter any number. We are accepting the number. Now we are running a for loop. Now look at this very, very important part of this for loop. No equal to is used. No equal to is used because according to the theory of perfect number, it is equivalent to all the factors, sum of all factors except itself. For this except itself, to maintain this except itself part, we are omitting equal to sign. We don't want to consider that number. So 1 to that number, 1 less than that number. A mod I, you have done it earlier, same. S equals to S plus I. Now here I am finding out the sum. We are not counting. We are not doing that C plus plus or S plus plus. No, we are adding. Here this variable is also called accumulator, adding the sum of factors. So the sum is stored in S. It is very clear. So once this loop ends, once the control come out of the loop, you have to check whether that sum is equal to the original number A or not, right? So S is the sum, A is the original number. We are checking whether they are same or not. If they are same, we are printing a message, print perfect number, or you can say a perfect number. Simple, you can write perfect number, no problem. Perfect number, right? So if it is not a perfect number, we are displaying not a perfect number. Repeat once again, we are accepting the number, storing it in variable A, running a for loop from 1 to that variable equal to not given. Why? To omit the number itself. That's why. Now A mod I equals to 0. We are dividing A by I, and if it is divisible, then S equals to S plus I. We are adding the factor I in the variable S. Now once this loop is over, we are coming out of the loop and checking whether S is equals to A or not. If it is so, we are displaying perfect number. Otherwise, sorry, it is not a perfect number. So let us try. Just now I have given an example. Example is 6. Is 6. We are giving entering value 6. 6 is a perfect number. Yes, 6 is a perfect number. Let me give a number which is not a perfect number. Say 8. 8 is not a perfect number. They said not a perfect number. So I hope you understand. I hope I understand how for loop is working, at least this much. But still, you have to do many other program. You have to solve it yourself. That is important. Once you can do it yourself, that means you have learned. So I hope I can explain you a little bit about for loop. So your task is now to practice the program. If you have any problem in any program, you can write the question in the comment. I will try to create a video on that particular program. But again, I'm saying, more you practice yourself, you can face problem, but more you practice yourself, better confidence you will gain, and more the confidence, better for you. So bye bye for today.